Today we're gonna play 100 days of Minecraft Zombies. Only problem is, I've never played 100 days, I suck at Minecraft, and I've never played in hardcore. So let's see how this goes. So I loaded up on day number 1 on this brand new world, ready to go, not sure what to expect. Had a quick look around and decided, better get some wood. Always good to start getting wood in Minecraft. So I spent some time gathering some wood. I made a crafting table, made some tools, and then I started getting some cobblestone. After that, I upgraded my tools to stone, entered the Stone Age, and then I spent some time getting some more wood. Can never have too much wood. After that, I had a look around, decided I wanted to explore the area, see what was out there, maybe see if I could find some zombies. And while I was exploring, I found this giant ice lake and decided that maybe this would be our new home. So I placed down my crafting table. I decided I'd make some slabs for a floor to replace the ice, just so it doesn't melt when we place down torches. I made some wood, planks, and decided to get to work on a base. This base wasn't going to be anything impressive. It was just going to house me for the night, get me through the first day, and just kind of keep the zombies out. I wasn't sure if they were able to break through wooden doors or anything like that, or break into houses, but I figured having some walls around me would be pretty important. So after that, I made a furnace with my cobblestone, placed it down, and then I decided to get some more wood to smelt into charcoal. After that, I found some coal, so that whole excavate was kind of useless, but it's always good to have more wood. Spent some more time getting more coal, and then I decided to head home before the night came. I crafted some torches and placed them all around my house, hopefully to kind of keep the zombies away. After that, I finished placing down the rest of my slabs for my floor, because it started to melt, and that was bad. I made a chest so I could put some things in there to organize my inventory a little bit. Then I went outside and enjoyed the beautiful night sky. Stuff like this you don't see in normal Minecraft. Then the zombies came, and they were a lot tougher than I thought they were going to be. I kind of started panicking a little bit. I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, but this gun actually helped out quite a bit. And the baton was fairly effective against them as well. It kind of got hairy here for a little bit, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Fighting these zombies was pretty difficult right here. As especially these little ones. The little ones were terrible. They were so fast, even on the ice. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's try that again. So all of that went by really fast, but basically, I died, I started over, and we're not doing hardcore anymore. I'm too much of a baby. So, at this point, I made a temporary base, in a cave, a lush cave nonetheless. I started making some tools, some iron tools. I made an iron longsword, trying to gear up for the road ahead, because this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was. After that, I made some armor, leggings, and a chest plate, just to be a bit more safe. I smelted some food, and then I decided to venture in the cave and fight some zombies for some resources. After that, I decided to light up the cave a little bit while searching for the resources. That way, hopefully no more zombies spawn, and this can be a safe place where we don't have to worry about them. I found tons of iron down in the cave, including some other random ores. All of this would come in handy in the future for making guns, armor, and swords. And at the end of the day, I decided to finish it up with some light reading. On day number 2, I decided to make some guns and look up how to do that. Seems like we're going to need a lot of iron and a lot of different things to make guns. Therefore, I went into the mines to get some more resources. I found some more coal, which will be helpful for smelting all the iron that we're going to need. So I mined up as much of it as I could. And I went to looking for more iron, because that's going to be a big thing. And I found tons of it down in the cave. These lush caves are full of them. I continued on and continued around, and I got distracted by the reflection of the torch in the water. I've never seen torch reflections like this, and it quite mesmerized me. I decided to go down deeper into the cave, and there were tons of zombies down there, so I took some pot shots at them. As you can see, this is why I play Minecraft and not Call of Duty, because I am hot dog water at shooting. Continued on my way down, and I ended up missing those diamonds completely. Deeper in the cave, there were a bunch of zombies, but they were pretty easy to deal with my armor and weapons. I think this is not going to be that hard. But we're just gonna, oh man, what is that? Oh, nope, we're gone, nope, we're gone. This is a gun, we're done. That scared me to death. I'm out of here. Oh, there's the diamonds. I guess it's time to get those. What was that thing? That was the scariest thing I have ever seen in my entire life playing this game. That scared me so bad, I almost thought about quitting the challenge, and it's still following me. Nope, we're gone. We're gone. We're out of here. I need to get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. How does water work? Get up as fast as possible. Nope, stuck. Nope, nope. And we're gone. Yep, that's enough mining for today. That's enough mining for today. That was terrifying. I decided to make a few chests to organize my inventory a little bit, so I have a place to put all my ores. Spent some time organizing, putting things away, just to clear out some space. I figured out that we were going to need some glass to make guns, and I genuinely did not see those guys at all. That scared me, once again, half to death. Man, this is scary. After that, I went to go find some sand for the glass, made my way around, had to fight all these zombies. Oh, that's a lot of zombies, that's a lot of zombies, oh man, and we died again. Great. I guess this is not going to be easy. Eventually, I found some sand, and decided to mine a good bit of it on day 3, just so we don't have to come back. And then after that, I decided to start heading home. On my way back home, I ran across several cool biomes, and I ended up getting lost, but eventually I did find my way back to the lush cave. So once I got there, I made some food, cooked it up, I decided I needed to go get some dirt. I wanted to build a farm. And so I went outside my cave, grabbed some dirt, and hopefully get a few seeds so I can start building those farms. It was pretty easy to get the seeds, although grass seemed to give quite a few more than usual. I ended up shooting some zombies, but this one wasn't any normal zombie, it was me! And apparently I am pretty hard to kill if you're me, but not if you're a normal zombie. This guy almost killed me, and it was quite embarrassing. Next, I mined out a little bit more space in my mine, and then I started working on a farm. I planted all my seeds and lit it up, and then I started working on a strip mine. I figured better to have a strip mine than go caving all the time where the zombies are. After that, I made the glass, and on day 4, I finally made a weapons printer. Now we can make as many guns as we want. I decided that the gun I was going to make first was the Rhino. It seemed pretty cheap, not too complicated, and I did some math and I figured out exactly how much of these gun steel ingots I was going to need. And we were going to need quite a few of them, so we're going to have to do quite a bit of mining. While I was digging out my strip mine, I decided to make it easily accessible with stairs. Something I like to do in all my strip mines. Saves hunger, makes it easier to go in and out, takes a little time to dig, but I always think it's worth it. Found some more copper, which would be nice to make the gun steel ingots since it takes copper and iron. Oh, looky there, found some iron. After that, I went home and made some bread, and I made some gun parts. More gun internals. More iron to make the gun internals. Oh, just need a few more pieces, and we should have enough to build the Rhino. On day number 5, I finally had enough parts and materials to craft the Rhino pistol. This thing is pretty powerful. I think it's the strongest handgun, at least in terms of damage in the game. After that, I got a bit more dirt for our farm. Almost took a pot shot at this raccoon. Expanded the farm. And then I went exploring to get some more iron. Day number 6, I decided to go look around and see if there were any structures around. And while I was looking, I found this weird looking house. Kind of looked like a giant disheveled witch's hut. I approached the house very carefully. I wasn't looking to die again. Wasn't sure what was going to be in here, so I approached it very carefully. Didn't want to rush, but it turned out the house was empty. And I was careful to look for traps, but there wasn't any. But there was plenty of loot. I even found a couple diamonds. And upgrades to my gear, which is always nice. After that, I found a bunch of sea lions. Look at these guys. They are so cute. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to them. After that, I went back home and organized my inventory. Expanded the farm just a little bit more. And on day number 7, I went exploring once again, just trying to see what was out in this brand new world. I didn't want to spend the whole time. Ooh, that guy's scary. Yep, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. That guy was big. I ended up fighting a few zombies. Out on the ice, it is a lot easier to fight them, and I ended up finding a sunken ship just later that day. It took a while to dig this thing out, but hopefully there'll be some good loot inside. Eventually I found a chest, and there wasn't too much in it, nothing crazy, just some carrots, potatoes, and smithing templates, and a bit of coal, which is always nice. And I decided to take a screenshot for the fam, take a pot shot at a couple zombies. And this guy dropped an Enderman. And oh, did you just steal from me? No one steals from Stealth Panda. There we go. After that, I decided to shear some sheep, get some wool, and I made a sleeping bag. Now we can sleep through the night. On day number 9, I decided to explore more of the caves, see what was down there. Now that I had a new gun, some weapons and armor, it would probably be a bit more safe. I ended up finding a dungeon with a zombie spawner inside, which is both good and bad. Good because there'll be lots of experience and there's probably some good loot in there. Bad because, well, it's zombies, and we're in a zombie apocalypse. I ended up digging around, trying to get close to the chest without getting killed by the zombies. So I dug all the way around, and eventually I was able to reach the chest. Well, as I was digging my way out, I ended up finding a couple diamonds, which was always pretty nice. I kept digging all the way around to the other side just to get the chest, and eventually I made it there. On day number 10, I was still exploring the caves, and I found even more diamonds. This vein had 7 diamonds in it. There was a huge pack of zombies at the bottom of this waterfall, but because they don't go fast in water, they were pretty easy to take care of. Ended up finding this stuff called titanium, and I get some obsidian for another portal. It took a while to get, but I know this will be worth it in the end. Surely this won't be completely useless and a complete waste of time. I ended up making a diamond katana, just a little upgrade, and mining some more resources down in the caves. While I was exploring, I got alerted that a horde was on the way. And that kind of freaked me out because I wasn't sure what a horde would do, so I ran back home, collected all my food, as much of it as I could hold, and then went inside and hunkered down for a little bit just to wait and see. After that, I organized my inventory a little bit, made some space, and I was eventually alerted that the horde had passed on. On day number 11, I made some more chests and decided to organize my inventory even more. Organization is always a good thing. Always helps to be organized when Minecraft. It makes things a lot easier. So I took some time and I did the effort. Ended up making a blast furnace, which is apparently the only way to cook titanium. And that can be used to make turrets. I ended up building another portal. And I put a little fence in it, got some flint, just to make a flint and steel. Lit it, and off we go into the nether. Well, this is taking a second. What's going on? Is my game crashing? Let's try it again. Huh. Is this supposed to happen? It's kind of making me sick a little bit. I don't think nether portals work. Let me check. So as it turns out, the nether is turned off. Without knowing what to do next, I just decided to go to bed. On day number 12, kind of bummed that I couldn't go to the nether. I decided to look up how am I going to get blaze rods and all of the nether stuff in this zombie apocalypse. So I decided to repurpose my nether portal and turn it into an enchanting table. So after enchanting my gear with a little bit of enchants just to make it a bit stronger, after that I decided to go through my cave and pick it clean of just about all the resources I could find. All the coal, titanium, iron, just about all of it, so I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. On day 13, I decided to go out as soon as it's light and find some andesite and look for some structures as well. I needed the andesite so I could get into the create mod, which I knew would be quite helpful for getting some of the nether related materials. I found some cows and killed them for their leather. This katana made short work of them, and ended up finding a village, which was pretty cool because right in front of the village there was a tower, and guess what it had on it? It had andesite. So I mined all of that up as much as I could, and this was a blessing. Ended up spending the night in the village after exploring and looting and seeing all that was in here. I found some bread, I found some food, a few logs, which is always good, and an arms dealer. What does this guy have? Oh, not much. I took his little stand just to take it with me. Maybe that'd be useful later. And eventually, I kicked this guy out of his bed and went to sleep. On day 14, I kept exploring, looking around. I found a huge pool of lava, another raccoon, and I ended up finding this mine shaft. I decided to take a look inside because you never know what kind of loot you're going to find. And out here in the Wasteland, you need as much of it as possible. I got some torches and I had a look around inside, and it looks like it goes pretty deep, which is a good thing. About halfway down, I found a very big andesite deposit, which will pretty much take care of all of our andesite needs for the whole challenge. Inside, I found some zombies, and this guy was super fast, and he ended up giving me an infection. I didn't think much of it at the time, so I just kind of kept exploring, looking for more resources, gathering coal, and as much ore as I could. I continued in the cave, fighting zombies, gathering resources, and I found some iron down in the deep slate, which I quickly grabbed. And I started to notice that my hunger was going down very, very quickly, and I ended up getting infection level 2. Okay, maybe this isn't good. My hunger began to go down super fast, and I decided I need to get home as quickly as possible. I eventually abandoned the idea of going home and decided to just make camp in the mine shaft. And to be honest, I start to panic a little bit. I'm not sure if I have enough food to survive. I'm not sure what the infection's going to do to me. And so I just need to hunker down and see what I can do. I start making as much food as I can, and I decide to look up what the infection does. And apparently it just progresses until it kills you. But it can be cured with a golden apple. I have a bit of gold, and so the next day I decide to go get some apples if I can. I start breaking leaves as fast as possible with the hoe. And I think they have to be oak leaves, so that's what I do. I smelt all my gold, get that, and I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna happen. So in the morning, I decide to book it for home. I eventually make it back home with just enough food, and I need to run as fast as I can to survive. I break all my wheat, I break all my potatoes, I get all of it, because I am losing hunger fast. This infection is no joke. So I plant some trees, I start breaking all the leaves. Why? I need apples. I need apples, and I need apples now. I just need one apple. Please, please, one apple. No apple. And eventually, I succumb to the infection. I respawn. It's now day 16, and that kind of sucks. I am all the way back in the village. So, pull out the cords, start running back, and eventually I stumble upon this little weird hut with a bunch of hay and jack-o'-lanterns inside. Maybe I'll use those later. When I get back home, I upgrade my backpack, and I harvest these trees, trying to get an apple for at least next time I'll have a cure for the infection. Eventually that doesn't work, so I go back to the village, I get a couple farmer villagers, and I'm gonna use these guys to get apples instead of using the normal way. I almost died to a few zombies in the village, and not looking to die twice in one day, I take them out with extra vigor and a little bit of panic. I ended up getting infected again from that encounter, so I run back home to get food and try and figure out a way to survive. And while looking through my food chest, you know what I see? An apple. I had an apple the whole time. So I take my gold, I take my apple, I make a golden apple, and I cure my infection. The next day, day 18, I go back to the village and I start trading for emeralds and trading those emeralds back into apples, and I get a good bit because I don't want to have to use any more. Once I get back home, I start looking up how to make blaze rods, and I figure that's our next step. So I clear out an area for the create mod. It takes a lot of space. I set up a water wheel. I set up a depot and a press, and let's see what happens. Boink. Well, after that, I head back into the caves and I start fighting these zombies, but there's too many of them for me, so I need to get out of here. Or, you know what? We got this. We got this. I get some lava so I can turn it into blaze rods, and I go back home. On these days, I just went mining, and I ended up losing the footage, so enjoy this cool transition. On the next few days, I ended up dying twice, once to a zombie and once to this stupid thing called a dweller. This was the terrifying thing that sent me screaming out of the cave back a few days ago, and it was so hard to kill. I ended up using so many bullets and taking so much time, and I'm just gonna let you guys watch as I try to kill this thing, and it takes 4 stinking ever. After he's dead, I go exploring a little bit more. I ended up finding a dungeon, which is pretty cool, and inside it has a bunch of good loot and armor, a block of diamond, and something was wrong with the spawners, and they weren't spawning enemies, which was always nice. Day 29 to 30, I emerged from the cave with all of my loot. I spent some time organizing my inventory and decide what should I do next. And I figure out I can combat roll. Look at this. I ended up upgrading my backpack to a diamond backpack. I made some stuff and figure out how to attach things to my gun. Day 31, I go outside and I decide to make a proper base. I'm tired of living in the cave, so I clear out an area, chop down some trees, all to make room and space for a new base. I figure this base is going to be some kind of medieval castle is what I'm thinking of, and we're going to need quite a bit of space for that to work. So I get some torches and light it all up. Don't want any zombies spawning anywhere close to it. You kind of use the torches to set out the dimensions. That night I go to the top of the tree and just sleep under the stars. And that brings us all the way to day 32. Day 32, I just killed zombies, which was pretty easy from the top of the tree, all the ones that had spawned the night before. And then I just made space for the new base. Digging dirt, digging dirt, digging dirt. All I do is dig dirt. That night, I spent the night out in the open in my new property. In the morning, I continued working on the base, clearing it out, making the space large enough for this big structure. And I ended up putting a wall all the way around it, and I completed it on day 34, which was just in time because a horde was on the way. I wanted to see how well the wall would hold up and if this place would be easily defendable, but I had forgot I left a huge hole on one side of the wall, and the zombies just walked right in. And they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming, and I thought that we were never going to end. But I ended up making this rifle, which was pretty good at taking care of the zombies. But it did get a little hairy, and at one point I had to run away and get out of there. But it's alright, we'll come back once we've healed, and we will reclaim our new home. On day 36, I made a cobblestone generator, because we're going to need a lot of stone and a lot of cobblestone to make this new place, and mining is pretty dangerous. So I just made a cobblestone generator. On day 39, I emerged from the hole with all my cobblestone, and on day 40, I go back into the hole to strip mine for more cobble and more resources. It wasn't until day 42 I emerged from the mines and I emerged from the cave with all of the materials I would need for the new base. Tons of cobblestone, tons of coal, and I spent the whole night smelting stone and some clay to turn into turrets for the base. On day 43, I emerged once again, ready to start building, and I started working on the new base. Setting out the dimensions, deciding where all the walls were going to be, and I figured this thing would be a little smaller than I was at first anticipating, but still a lot bigger than our little hole in the ground cave. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Almost looks good. I decided to make the top of these watchtowers a little bit different with this chiseled stone bricks. And on day 45, another horde attacked the new base, which is the perfect time to test out the turrets that I had built and to see if the new wall had any gaps in it. I ended up placing these holes just in front of the entryways, and they were highly effective at catching the zombies that made it through, and they were easy to pick off right there. Day 46. I continued working on the base, trying to finish it all before day 50. That is the goal. So I worked, and I worked, and I built, and I built, placing block after block after block after block. And eventually I started clearing out the space for the floor. All of the walls were built, and we were almost finished. Day 47, I started taking all my loot from my old base to the new base, clearing it out, putting it all in my backpack. All of it needs to go. We're not coming back here. So I just emptied every single chest that I had into my backpack and cleared it all out. I grabbed my weapon printer, grabbed the crafting table, grabbed my bed. I took all my food from my farm, I was going to plant it out there, and I tore down all of the create stuff. We're going to make a new area right outside. And I'm on my way back to the base with all of my stuff. All I need to do is make the jump. Nope, nope, what's happening? No, I'm literally right there. No, please, please. Bummer. Alright, time to do the long run back. Day 48 to 49, I ran all the way back from spawn back to my base since I had just broken my bed. On the way back, I saw this cat and decided to take a few pot shots. Unfortunately, I was not able to save the sheep. I ended up making it back and emptying all of my inventory into the chests. I made a universal block reinforcer. I can't remember why I did that. Oh yeah, to make these reinforced pressure plates. and the reinforced doors. I ended up using the jack-o'-lanterns that we got from that strange structure to light up our floor, and this was the last thing we needed, and now we are on day number 50. We are officially halfway done with our 100 days zombie apocalypse. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to see part number 2 where we do the last 50 days. Stick around. Love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!